Welcome to another episode of The View, where we center our news around you. I'm Rand, and I'll be hosting the news today. In this week's episode, we have announcements, video segments, sports, and a look at what's happening in our Bear Nation today. The View starts now. Good morning, Bears. It's Friday, April 22nd. Let's start off by going to Yomari for the weekly announcements.
Good morning, Bears. I'm Yomari, and I'll be filling you in on the announcements this week. Let's jump in. As the school year is quickly coming to a close, our seniors have a handful of events and treats down the line. Senior breakfast will be held on Friday, April 29th. On this day, you will receive your cap and gowns, personalized yard signs if you paid for it, senior t-shirt if you paid for it, senior letters, honor grad stoles, and graduation cords. This day will also include the anticipated senior walk. For a deeper insight, visit seniorsmvhs.weebly.com. Senior Dress Up Week is also quickly approaching. Senior Week starts on April 25th. There will be themes for the day, so feel free to have fun and dress up. Here's a picture of the scheduled themes. We would like to take the time to congratulate Miss Sarah Newton. She is the winner of the 2021-2022 Support Person of the Year at MVHS. Congrats, and Miss Newton exists as a prime example of our amazing staff here at Mountain View. Also, last Sunday on the 17th, our principal, Mr. Keith Cheney, celebrated his birthday. If you see him around, make sure to wish him a happy belated birthday. Bears, it is also important to note that next week our block schedule begins. If you need to see what exactly the schedule looks like, here is a picture. This week's Not So Average Bears features Mr. Kevin Schneider. To get a more personal understanding of our staff, the Not So Average Bears will choose a staff member every week to present to us. Mr. Schneider is Mountain View's language arts teacher and enjoys riding, kayaking, and chasing his two toddlers around. Now let's end the announcements with a beloved dad joke. What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet? Surprise! Well, Bears, that concludes this week's announcements. Back to you, Rand.
Thank you for the announcements, Yomari. Now let's go to Sabrina to see what is new in entertainment.
Thanks! I'm Sabrina, and here are your entertainment updates for this week. In Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore, Professor Albus Dumbledore knows the powerful dark wizard Grindelwald is moving to seize control of the wizarding world. Unable to stop him alone, he sends Newt and his allies on a dangerous mission, where they encounter old and new beasts and clash with Grindelwald's growing legion of followers. But with the stakes so high, how long can Dumbledore remain on the sidelines? It is now available only in theaters. After the Will Smith and Chris Rock incident at the Oscars, the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts, and Sciences decided to ban Will Smith from attending the Oscars for 10 years. He's still allowed to be nominated and win, but is not allowed to attend the ceremony. The top 5 songs on the Spotify charts are As It Was by Harry Styles, which according to Spotify became the app's most streamed song in a single day in 2022 so far, and the most streamed song in the US in a single day in Spotify history. Next is Heat Waves by Glass Animals, Stay by The Kid Laroi and Justin Bieber, Enemy by Imagine Dragons and JID from the series Arcane, League of Legends, and ABCDFU by Gale. The top video game is Road 96. That wraps up my segment for this week. Make sure to tune into next week's episode for updates about everything in entertainment. Back to you!
Thank you, Sabrina. Now let's go to Matthew for the sports update.
Thank you, Rand. Welcome back to This Week's Sports.
Yes.
I'm Matthew, and I'll be bringing you the schedule, scores, and updates for our spring sports. In lacrosse news, our last few games are nearing. With overall stats of 9-6, our Lady Bears' last game was against Oconee, but we don't have the scores yet. Our next and last game is against Lanier today at 5:30 p.m. at Lanier High School. With overall stats of 3-10, our men's team's last game was on the 19th against South Forsyth. Our boys' last game is also against Lanier later tonight at 7 p.m. at Lanier High School. Be there to support our Bears. Well, Bears, that concludes our sports updates for this week. Thanks for tuning in. Now, let's go back to Rand. Go Bears!
Thank you, Matthew. Well, Bears, this concludes this episode of The View. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow our Instagram and Twitter page at MTNViewHSTV for any updates throughout the week. Make sure to study hard for your performance finals and EOCs and get some rest this weekend. Let's finish out this school year strong. See you next week. Take care of yourself until then, and as you go about your day, always remember, life is like a stage and someone is always watching. Stay excellent, Mountain View.